Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey, happy Friday. Hey y'all. Hey Sephora. Hey Keita. She said I made my first live. Yes, I started my live really late. Now listen y'all. I have been suffering from migraine headaches and today is one of those days. And Ready to Love was kind of a snooze fest a little bit, but y'all know I'm still put my zhuzh on it, but I'm gonna wrap this thing up expeditiously. Okay, so instead of speaking to you individually, I'm just gonna speak to you one by one. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak to you all at once. So, hey, everybody, thank you for joining me for this live. I know y'all could be doing something else, but y'all are over here getting into it with me. There are 196 of you on this live already. I appreciate y'all's support. Please like the live for me if you ain't doing nothing. Okay, just like the live for me, y'all. Kiki, thank you for becoming a member. Kiki J, thank you so much for becoming a new member. And speaking of members and patrons, make sure y'all are keeping up with the read along. Right now, we're doing Confessions of a Video Vixen. And this is something that I have done in the past on Patreon. And so we're going into chapters 9, 10, 11, and 12, or 9, 10, and 11, because I'm reading 3 at a time, and there are 18 chapters. So I have been posting them on my members only and, of course, on Patreon. So just keep up with me. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for joining me. Let's get right into this review, child. And then we're going to get into some commentary. Okay. Thank you, Lex. So, child, yes, let's get into it if we gon' get into it. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love Season 9 Reunion Part 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend, hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it, okay? Let's just jump right the hell on into it. Okay, let's get into it. So, Alexis has popped her top. The screen is black and the stage is reset. Tommy basically was like, Alexis, peace and love. Child, he don't give a damn. Moving forward. So then we move on to the clown of the night. Now on to Lamar and his old nasty, horny self. Y'all know what? He turned me all the way off when he asked Maya about sex in high school. So therefore, and thus and such, I really don't care what he's talking about, but we got to talk to him. So they show his time on the show. Tommy is asking what he thinks when he sees that. That he ain't do nothing wrong, but let's see what he got to say. He said, I mean, I think I'm a lot, but I was tired of talking about boring stuff. Like, I'm ready to get into it if I'm going to get into it. Okay, so you don't know how to have a conversation that doesn't involve sex. Okay, let's work on our intellect, shall we? Okay, now I don't know who is casting these people, and I'm not quite sure who Lamar is related to. But why on earth do you have to talk about sex because you feel bored when you haven't even asked the foundation questions yet? You don't know her name. You don't know anything about her. You just jump right. What y'all think about skinny dipping? It's giving a fool. So then Tommy is asking if he feels like he should change his approach. Absolutely, because he is very immature in his approach. And he ain't gonna get nobody but a youngin. Because they ain't gonna know no damn better. Okay. He's like, well, I think I could, maybe just tweak it a little bit. No, you could get yourself together all the way around. So then here go Patrice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who he talking to. He couldn't talk to any old woman like that unless he want to be talking to somebody that's on Harry Hines. And so he was a little bit confused, like, what is Harry Hines? Like, what are you talking about? She said, oh, that's what, that's basically the pro stroll. Okay, that's where the lady of the nights come out to play. You can go down there and get you a red light special. So he was like, oh, I'm from Houston. Okay, well, since you from Houston, Bissonnette. Bissonnette is where you will find the equivalent of Harry Hines. Quit playing, Lamar. Everybody and their mama, if you are from Houston, you know exactly what Bissonnette is. 59 and Bissonnette. And William was in the back and he said, if a man tells you he's about to move off of Harry Hines, just stop talking to him. Now, I want to say this. Why one of them exes told me he was moving off Bissonnette? Tried to say, well, Bissonnette long. I don't give a damn how long Bissonnette is. Any end of it is a no for me, big dog. Okay? They travel up and down Bissonnette all night long. All night long, all night, all damn night. Okay, and I don't want it. Now, granted, the apartments on Bissonnette are dirt cheap, and you probably gonna have rats and roaches, and you probably gonna have to talk to one of them women to get through your gate to get to your apartment. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Oh, child, honey, not Bissonnette. Not that ex living out Bissonnette, child. Bottom line, Lamar, show some damn respect. It's getting ridiculous. Okay, moving forward. So then we revisit Jonathan's time on the show. Tommy is asking what made him so reserved. He said, he basically like to dip his toe in the water, but he don't like to give it all up. So then Mika brings up that he's secretive because she didn't even know that the baby mama was the wife. And he was like, I was just thinking I ain't got no baby mama. She was like, well, you never said that. He's like, well, you said baby mama. Let me just stop y'all right there. First of all, y'all know I hate the term baby mama. That's number one. It has a negative connotation attached to it. We are more than a baby mama, okay? We are the mother of your children. Number two, y'all are playing with semantics at this point. You should have said to her, knowing that she's calling your ex-wife a baby mama, you should have corrected her in the moment. But you like to play games. And Lamar, why am I seeing your ankles? Oh, child, I'm not going to let these people worry me. Now, Jonathan, you did clean up nice. I like your little Pink Panther suit. But Lamar, if you don't put them damn ankles down, and they a little ashy too. Bye, Ashy. So, anywho, they barely touch on Jonathan's indiscretion down at that party. He's another one. And Tommy, listen, Tommy, listen, Tommy. I don't want you to be without a job. I really don't. But you might need to go and retire, honey, because the way that you had this reunion going is just foolish. You got to go. He basically said, Jonathan, that is, that the party was boring. So he spiced it up. But, I started thinking, oh, I might have embarrassed her. I might have embarrassed myself. So, I apologize and I'm willing to do it again. Tommy breezed right on past it. And what did Tommy do? He wished him well. Oh, yeah, y'all heard me. He wished him well. Let's just get one damn thing straight. If I am a person who is easily triggered by seeing something like that, you have a responsibility as not only a network, but as the host of the reunion to not make light. I'm glad y'all can kiki, but to some of us, it's not funny. So I feel like that should have been addressed. But then again, all y'all acting, child. So let's just move on, honey. Y'all not finna upset me. Y'all not finna make my nervous system bad. Not tonight. My head already hurt, okay? Moving forward. So, child, then we get on down here. Y'all probably wondering, Misha, why you got these feet up here? Because that's what we're talking about. With the reunion, we're talking about the feet, y'all. Okay? We are talking about people's feet. And as far as Jonathan and whatever he did with Alexis, if y'all don't care, I don't care either. I don't give a damn. This is ridiculous. And Jonathan, you cannot be trusted. And if I were your ex, I would light you up for allowing another woman to call me your baby mama. You should have some respect for me. So now here we are on stage is Mika, Chaz, Jonathan, Vanessa, Alonzo, and Patrice. Any, mini, miny, mo, Mickey Mouse build a house. How many bricks did he need? Honey, everybody's on the damn stage. So they're talking about these dang on feet. Tommy, you have lost the plight. You have this man said, so who do y'all think has the sexiest feet? What are you talking? Is this a real question? Y'all, it was at that moment that I knew I needed a refreshing beverage break. Always Coca-Cola. Honey, I'm looking for a sponsorship. Y'all come on over here. Not you are asking these men who has the sexiest feet. So then he's asking Chaz. He's like, well, I know you love the heels, don't you, Chaz? Chaz, my, yeah, it gets me sauced up. It's provocative. It gets the people going. It's disgusting. Okay. So then he starts asking, y'all want to rub some feet, don't y'all? This was very creepy. When I tell y'all the epitome of creep, I was like, baby, this is creepy. What are y'all even talking about? And Tommy, why are you engaging with it? Like, what is going on? I do not know what they're telling you in them headsets, but you need to tell them that you will not make a fool of yourself here on national TV. Talking about y'all ready to rub some feet, and Jonathan was sitting back in that pink suit talking about, yeah, now we getting into it. I was disgusted. Okay, I was pure D damn disgusted. Like, what? Don't nobody want to hear about no feet? And let me put my banner up, honey. Just so y'all know, we don't care about no feelings. Like, that was just gross to me. I thought that was so gross. So, anywho, now on to Mr. I love girls, 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 girls. I do adore. Honey, we're on to Chaz. We see his time on the show. We all know how that went, okay? So Tommy is asking if he showed all of the women the same type of attention and did, down to them dang on group morning text. That's why I don't like that. Hello, beautiful grand rising queen. Yeah, I don't like all that. Honey, call me on the phone and say good morning. I want you to hear me clear my throat. Hello? Why you calling me so damn early? Good morning. Baby, call me. Call me on my cellular device. Don't be sending me no dang on text. And I'm telling who you sending them texts to. So, anywho, he looks to Patrice and he said, Patrice, what made you want to throw your name in the ring this late in the game? That house. But let's see what she had to say. She gonna say, well, I mean, he's prepared for a wife. Don't nobody want to be no girlfriend. Like, he's preparing for a wife. What exactly did he do to show you that he was preparing for a wife the way he was moving? What exactly was it? Because for me, I feel like you were just trying to stack the numbers and you saw that house. But maybe that's just me. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So Chad started talking about he and Vanessa, and she was just saying, I really thought that he told me that I was his strongest connection, but, as things got down to it, it became less and less apparent toward the end. So Chad started talking about, well, when I bring them 1 dozen, I bring you 2 dozen roses. Everybody knew how I felt about you. Chaz, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So then Tommy is asking about the retreat. Chad said that Vanessa sent a text saying, if you were going to leave, then we shouldn't have sent William home. And she ain't wrong. I do not feel bad in the slightest that she sent you that text message. That's the truth. If you were going to act a fool and tuck your tail between your legs and hit the I-10 by 10, then we should not have sent William home. But we listened to LaRon, and he was orchestrating the whole thing behind the scenes. And now that I think about it, Alexis wasn't halfway wrong because LaRon is giving snake. So now an innocent man has been sent home and you mad because everybody wants to talk to you. You shouldn't have stuck around. Like, goodbye. Rashina felt that it was wrong for him to leave that way too. And she said she was upset. So then Chaz brings up that Vanessa said that she would never love or like his dog. He's like, so you know what I want to know? How would you feel if I said that about your kids? Okay. Okay, let me just say this. Now, I know that we love our animals. I know. Yes, yes, we do. But, sir, not you comparing Nola, the canine, okay, to her damn kids that she gave birth to. Chaz, are you on prescription medication? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what? What are you talking about? This is an asinine excuse. She said she didn't like my dog. So then we move on to the petrified flower of it all. So she's like, yeah, I think what you were trying to do is you were trying to hurt me. And it came across as you being purposely hurtful. This man gonna say, what? I'm artistic. I'm a poet. I'm not dramatic. I'm a poet. Okay, well, you are not Pac. Okay, you ain't Tupac, so you can keep your poetic justice to your damn self. You knew you did that to hurt her feelings because she said that she didn't want anything to do with you, and you knew that is exactly why you did that. Talking about some dang on poet. Well, goodbye and good night. And she just looking at him like, say, what now? And I was wondering why she was keeping it so cool. But baby, we're gonna find out why she was keeping it so cool a little bit later. So she looks at him like the queen that she is, and she says, yeah, it didn't hit how you thought it hit because I am neither unlovable or without love. Okay. He goes, no, you're a narcissist. Chaz. Now, I have told you through countless reviews that the calls are coming from inside the house, but I don't even have that for you today. This is projection at its finest. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are witnessing is the pot calling the kettle black. How dare you? And I'm almost certain that if I looked up on the Googler the definition of narcissist, you would be sitting there grinning. Okay? Like a damn Cheshire cat, just as shiny. You and your Jodeci boots, Casey, JoJo, Devontae. Chaz, Chaz, I'm not gonna play with you. Chaz, there's something wrong with you. Okay, there's really something wrong with you, child. This man said he's a poet, and we didn't even know it. That was not poetry. Okay, you did that to hurt that lady, and it's a fool. Okay, so then here go another clown defending the clownery, talking about no, I felt like he was just expressing himself. I didn't feel like he was doing nothing wrong. Boy, gone. So Tommy is asking, well, what's happening now? What are you guys doing now? Now, mind you, Vanessa didn't say much. Chaz goes, yeah, I set a date. And Tommy looking like a date to do what? To get out of here? He said, no, a date to be married. I found love. Tommy said, let me do the math. Okay. 1 + 1 = what the hell is going on? Divide by 2, carry the 1. Wait a minute. What the hell? It's been 3 months. So is this the imaginary 11th woman that you were dating? Because what the he said that it's a woman that he knew that told him to go through the process. So then he spun the block and now they're good. He's found love. Yeah, in a hopeless place. Yes, you found love in a hopeless place. Where is this fiance? And I hope you don't bring none of them petrified flowers down to that reception. Because if you do, you're gonna be standing at that altar like by yourself, like they all on Married at First Sight. Good luck and sorry to that lady, if she even exists. Now I don't go looking for them, and I ain't about to go on that Instagram, and I ain't about to go. I don't give a dang. All I can say is good luck, Chuck. Moving forward. So now it's LaRon's turn. Y'all see I got LaRon a catfish plate up there? They say they wasn't feeding them down to the reunion. I got you a plate, LaRon. Don't worry, I got you. Okay, we gonna eat in Texas if we don't do nothing else. So anywho, we're visiting LaRon, and after they show his time on the show, Tommy is like, "Well, weren't you and Koshia like really strong matches?" He was like, "No, I wouldn't say all that." So this man says, no, he tried to downplay it, right? But then he turns right around and says, well, I mean, I tried to call her. I ain't finna be chasing after nobody if you don't want to be bothered. So Koshia basically said LaRon didn't handle her right. And you know what? This is one thing I have to respect about Koshia. As much as people like to say she was team too much, she is the only one that I feel stood firm in her boundaries and did not let them play in her face. And I feel like had Patricia stayed, she would have been another one that would have not allowed them to just do whatever and say whatever. Like, yeah, people can talk about how strongly worded her sentences are. But the thing that I love about Koshia is when she says it, she means it. And when Tommy goes, well, I mean, what happened at the retreat? How did he play in your face? She made it very clear. You got drunk and you mad because I'm talking to other people? Ain't gonna happen, Cap. Okay? This ain't Phaedra, honey. This ain't Maya. So we find out after the barbecue, now after this little display right here, after they went their separate ways, and I was going up for Maya on a Tuesday, we find out that him and Maya were actually hanging out. Maya, girl, you had us going in and you are out eating catfish with LaRon? Girl, why? Why? What is going on? And, in true Maya fashion, honey, she just sat there and looked pretty, didn't say much. Child, this is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. And we didn't even touch on the fact that he called her the B word. And I am not going over there now that this season is over and look on the YouTube for unedited versions or whatever they be doing down there on YouTube. Why didn't you put that on this reunion? They probably didn't even talk about it because they didn't hit on anything that will make the men feel bad or look bad. So now we're about to discuss the group chat, y'all. Let's get into the group chat. Maya, all I'm going to say is, girl, be careful. Okay? I'm just saying. Moving forward. Who done it and why? Why are y'all acting this way? It's giving high school, just got your very first cell phones. Y'all are texting during class. Why are y'all behaving this way? Huh? Okay, grown people, 40 plus. Some of y'all in y'all 40s. Okay, and we're about to discuss a group chat. Okay, here we go. So they basically conspired to send Mika, Koshia, and April home. This is just crazy. So Dominique said it started as as an extension of the men's lounge. And Tommy's like, y'all know I told y'all don't be discussing. Anyway, nobody listens to you, sir, because you aren't to be taken seriously. So Dom said, he feels like it really took from the real connections. And had they just let it play out, then it may have been better. So as he's explaining himself, the other couch is looking like, well, who said it? And why did they say it? Okay, because everything is blow up shway. So we see the footage from when Will sent Koshia packing to the house. So then we also see never before seen footage between Mika and Dom where Mika is like, listen, you be talking to messy men and y'all be being messy. So what's really going on? And so Dominique was like, well, anything I say, I can say it to your face. Well, why are y'all even doing this to begin with? That's the part that I didn't understand. Why are y'all doing this? So after the unseen footage, Will is trying to defend himself. LaRon comes with the receipts. Tommy reads it, and basically, Will, you got caught in the lie. Okay, you had an inside alliance with Alexis, and LaRon said Will was, feeding things to Alexis, who is now at the house sleeping off her liquor. And Will said, no, don't put me in it because William. Will turns to William and goes, no, did I? Will said, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Baby, don't put me in that. Nope. So the gist of it is Will was feeding things to Alexis and Alexis was toting messages. So Alexis and Will were talking about what went down in the respective lounges. Will said Mika and Koshia got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. He didn't think that LaRon was going to come with the receipts. LaRon ain't got nothing. But LaRon ain't got nothing but time and on his hands. Okay, because he ain't got nothing else to do. So then after figuring all that out, I'm just sitting here looking like this is so childish. So now they're fighting over who has the most money. But y'all know what had me hollering? Will, you are not good at sparring matches when it comes to a verbal sparring match. You might need to just sit it out or write out your thoughts before you get into it with someone. Because this man yells out, I got more money than you IT professional. Not an IT professional. Baby, not an IT professional. An IT professional? That's what you think makes sense? That's what you came up with? A damn IT professional? When I tell y'all I hollered, I said, baby, and what the hell is wrong with the IT? Because when I used to work in oil and gas, baby, I call that IT man in a minute. And he was kind of cute too. Child, I would have called him if my mouse wasn't working. I'm like, I think something's wrong. Maybe I would call that IT man in a minute. He's like, ma'am, you need batteries in your mouse. I'm like, oh, well, whatever will I do? Honey, I was getting my Southern Belle on. Do you hear me? So anywho, he is now an IT professional that eats catfish and plays games on his off time. Moving forward. So Tommy is asking how the ladies felt about the men being in cahoots to get them off the island, honey, because this is Survivor at this point. Koshia said, I didn't have no problem with him being, him loving or liking Alexis and that being his connection. My thing is, don't be lying on me to Will, because then he had a bad taste in his mouth about me and wanted to send me home. So then Tommy gets on his soapbox and starts to say, if you guys would have just stayed the course and let things work out, like, baby, he up here talking about, well, maybe we could have had some connections and a lot of people would have went further. With this group, I don't think so. Well, nobody going nowhere, child, but home. That's all they were going to do. So backstage, these two are still exchanging words. This is how I know when people lying. When you got to keep talking about it, trying to justify it and make sure that you get the final say, then you're lying. So Will is saying nobody was in a collusion. It's giving a lie. LaRon is saying, you tried to dab me up out in public. And I was like, skirt. No, thank you. So now they fighting. It's giving high school, like I said. So now on over here to the only couple left. That is Mika and Justin. And we see their story. So Tommy is asking about the kids. She still doesn't want any. He said that he's willing to go without because he does not want to miss out on something special. And he feels like he and Mika were meant to be. He said that he told Glenn, had you shown up, I would not have even met Mika. So he feels like the stars aligned for the two of them. And, they in love and whatnot. Baby, they saying, I love you and all that. Now, she doesn't have a key, but she does, in fact, have the key to his heart. And I mean, I think it's cute. I mean, go on, child, just somebody do something. I think it's cute, but what I will say is it's only been 3 months at the time that we're sitting here with Justin and his straight backs and Mika and her blonde wig. It's only been 3 months. They are now in love. Now, Mika, now, you said on the show that you wouldn't mind having a baby if it was for the right person. But now you're saying that you don't. And Justin, you said you definitely wanted children, but now you're saying for the right person, maybe you don't want to have kids. Okay, we're going to see how it works. But for now, I mean, I think it's cute, child. Just go and let him make it. We'll just go and let him make it. Mika said that his dog likes her, so that's a plus. And like I said, they're saying I love you to each other. Moving forward. So now we back over here with Glenn. Tommy, what is your fascination and obsession with Glenn? He's a very weird character. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but Glenn is just, it's something about him that just ain't right. Okay, but he thanks you for supporting him, Tommy. You about the only one. Koshia was talking about a little mini date they had in the back. He seemed like he connected with Laylan, but I don't know. Just something about him was off, child. He did the right thing by turning around in the driveway. Moving forward. So, child, we find out what's going on with everybody since everything has gone down because we about to wrap this thing up. William is now trying to go out with Patrice. They might already be going out. Okay. I said, oh, not y'all about to be a thing. William, you're nobody's rebound. I'm just kidding. Baby, Patrice said she gonna get her man off this show. She went from Alonzo and his white socks and his big ass bonnet down to Chaz. Now she over here hanging out with William and his improv jokes. Look how Alonzo looking. Y'all look. Look how Alonzo looking when he found out they was gonna go on a date. I love the edits. I love how they give it up. Baby, I'm not finna play. I'm not finna play. Mm-mm-mm. Baby, this right here is a fool. So outside of him looking how he looking, look at him in his little floral print jacket. Mm-mm-mm. Alonzo, you a mess, child. So, child, then we find out basically that Will has two women. Child, are they imaginary? Anywho, Will has two women. Lamar is still a horn dog. Mika and Justin want to get married. William is going out with Patrice, and Vanessa and Dom are dating. Say what now? Okay, it's giving mate swap. When I found out that Vanessa and Dom were like dating, I said no wonder she was paying Chad's dust. And that's probably how that audio mysteriously got leaked from that hacked phone, allegedly. Okay, let me put my banner up, honey. Because truth be told, I do not know if this so-called fiance even really exists. But what does exist is these two. And that's just that on that. And as far as LaRon and Maya, she said the door isn't closed. Why? In the illustrious words of Lanithia Leaks, the door is closed. Why is the door open? Why is it cracked? Why is he at your damn door? Why does he know where you live? Why does he know you have a door? Maya, what is wrong with you? Huh? So what now? Oh, okay. And that was the end of the season. Oh, child, these people are gone. Chaz, listen. You and your petrified flower, Vanessa and Dom got the last laugh, and then they kept it on the low, child. We didn't even know they was dating. Dom been sitting up here the whole time knowing full well that he and Vanessa are a thing. And Chaz is sitting here talking about, I'm a poet. That wasn't dramatic. And the fact that Tommy did not really let Chaz know that's not how you treat a lady. Instead of doing that, he goes to the ladies to ask them, well, how would y'all feel if you got a petrified rose? Tommy, how would your wife feel if you came home with a dead rose? Huh? Okay. Like some of these things just don't make sense to me. So this is the entire second part of the reunion. And now I'm ready to hear what y'all got to say. Child, this is crazy. Lanice, I agree. She says Maya's self-esteem is in the trash. And listen, I just want to point this out. Maya, we're not saying this because we don't think that, you're a great lady. We're saying this because we know that you deserve so much more. And we saw all the foolishness play out before this reunion even aired. Pictures being posted and people saying this and people saying that. We're just saying, girl, that you do not deserve to be cussed in close proximity to. Because now the story is he didn't even call her out of her name. He told Mika, who relayed the message to Maya, and apparently he never called her a B-I-B-I-B-I. He never called her that. I don't know who's telling the truth and who lying, but what I do know is when LaRon gets to drinking, then things happen. And I just don't think that you should continue on with him. I really don't. This is crazy. April said this season was painful and pitiful. They have to do better. It really was. And I feel like, just sitting here thinking, oh, and I forgot to mention this, y'all. LaRon ended up saying that Koshia was a fake and a fraud. She was going out with Chaz. She was on Hinge. I'm like, how you know what she on? It's giving stalkerization, if you ask me. Now, Chaz was in the background, and this is the one woman that he said he didn't go on a date with. So I'm inclined to believe him because everybody else, he was like, yeah, I dated her. I dated her. I dated her. So I'm just going to believe that they didn't go on a date, but LaRon sits and investigates the entire cast to see what all's doing. Y'all ain't gonna get away with nothing on LaRon's watch. Okay, like what is going on, child? Ernest said, I don't think Maya is really into LaRon. He doesn't stand a chance with her. I don't think so either, but she needs to still pipe up, child. We're invested. Essie said, yeah, this second part was squandered. To put it simply, Tommy didn't hold any guys accountable except Lamar a little bit. No, not even Lamar, because I didn't say this in my review, but the way that he introduced Lamar told me that they were about to play in our face. Let's look back on Lamar's sexual time on the show. Why are you saying that when most of these women were uncomfortable? And Patrice, I forgot to mention this as well. You talking about, well, who you talking to like that? No woman wants to be talked to like that unless they're on Henry Hines. Baby, he was talking to you like that. Y'all went from God to get into bed. Did you forget? Child, I don't have time. I really, I don't. Melanie the broker said, I'm just a tad bit confused. When Don was on Little Black Book 91, he said that he was back out dating multiple women because he is the prize. So was that announcement, was it supposed to make it exclusive? Oh, see, I didn't see that. I didn't see that interview, so I don't know. Maybe he was trying to keep it under wraps and he wanted to wait until the reunion aired, or maybe they're not together anymore. Because this, shout out to Aries from the previous season. She actually stated in the comment section of this live last week that the reunion was actually filmed in October. So maybe between then and now, he is dating multiple women. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to help him out. Patricia said, why doesn't LaRon tell that Patrice cleaned his house and gave him a foot massage? Okay, because he had no problem stating that all over the YouTube streets. And what you doing off in LaRon's house? See, this is what I'm saying. Patrice just going to any old body, child, not rubbing his funky feet and cleaning his house. Hey, maid, I see you got your maid outfit on like you. I was just playing. I was just playing, Patrice. I was just playing, honey. Shout out to Jocelyn and them, honey. Why are you at that man's house rubbing his funky feet? Patrice, girl, you are a beautiful woman. You own your own business. You moved like a boss, honey. Had everybody in the Sprinter going down to the retreat. You do not have to clean houses and rub feet. What is wrong with y'all? Lovely Beauty 85 said, LaRon is no looking like Henry Hawk from Looney Tunes. LaRon is handsome. I have to give it to him. He handsome, but he's just too much for me, honey. It will be absolutely no way. Out of the men, I have to say LaRon has a very handsome face. He does. He's cute. Okay, let me put it like that. LaRon is cute, but he too messy. He too in the mix. He always trying to figure something out. He gives messy boots. Ain't nobody got time, baby. Child, anyway. Daniela said, what? Patrice is playing herself with this kind of behavior. Girl, yes. He everywhere telling people that this lady was rubbing his feet. And see, that's why a man like that, you don't want to mess with them. He talked too damn much. Nobody asked you to go and disclose that I've been down to your house cleaning your baseboards. Nobody asked you that. Are you trying to prove that people like you? Like, what's going on? Cheeky Caramel said, Patrice pretends to be a girl's girl. Does she even pretend, honey? Because it was giving nothing for me. When I realized on that first part that she brushed off what Alonzo had said to Koshia, which is why I said I like me some Koshia, okay? Because she stands firm in her beliefs. When she said, well, I don't even see. I mean, we're grown. It ain't no big deal. It is a big deal. She doesn't want to be asked those kind of questions. Like, what? Anywho, she said she pretends to be a girl's girl, but is going after every man on the show, but pissed when Alonzo did the same. But see, the difference is they were in the mix. She chose him at the bridge. So Alonzo and his bonnet should not have been down to that grocery store at 10 p.m. Okay. That's why she drove past his house in an unmarked car. Baby, she put her Monica on. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Brenda. Brenda said Alexis apologized on an interview and said she had been drinking for 9 hours and they didn't have food. Okay, Brenda, this is okay. I hear that, but this is my thing. If you are an adult and you know that you cannot handle your liquor, your body weight to liquor ratio will have you tilted the hell over. If you drink more than a half a cup of juice, gin and juice, why are you continuing to drink knowing that there's no food? It's not making no sense to me. At some point, I'm going to need y'all not to drink. And this is not to Alexis only. Okay, it is to Alexis, but it's not only to her. Because at some point, you guys have to make choices for yourselves. And these are decisions that you're making. You knew that there was no food. Why would you keep drinking? And also, y'all need to do better at providing these people with nourishment. These are very hostile working conditions. It's giving love is blind because they were saying the same thing, but you see, they put some food out there this season. But they were saying also that they would give them those goblets, and that's why they had that there because they don't want you to see the alcohol level in the cup. That is why everybody has those gold goblets down to the family. They don't want you to see the level of alcohol in the actual cup. So they give them those, but they are also rationing their food. Like, come on now, this don't make no sense. I could never do a show like this, the way I like to eat, but I am happy that she apologized, for her part in the fiasco that was part one of the reunion. Shout out to you. Yvette said they always blame it on food. Always. Like at some point, you have to make your own decision. Okay, I see that there's no food here. And even like I've gone out with friends that drink. They call me Miss Cranberry, honey. I'm gonna have a cranberry juice on the rocks if I don't do nothing else. Because first of all, I'm a Virgo, I'm a control freak, and I like to know I have to have control over my body. I need to know what's going on. And I'm just not gonna be drinking out willy-nilly. Okay, because I just can't do it. But I have gone out to dinner with people and they've said to me, okay, I can't order a drink because I haven't eaten yet. Or if you go to a restaurant that has bread and they bring it to the table first, they'll say, okay, I'm gonna eat this bread first and try to put something on my stomach, then I will drink. But 9 hours and no food, only alcohol? That is crazy. The community said, yep, booze first, limited food. It's a recipe for disaster. They don't want them to be in their right minds. They want them to put on a show. Child, this is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Alexis indeed looked wild and insane with her behavior. She was kind of scary. Drinking for 9 hours is what? That's nuts. Who is Latonis? Are we talking about LaRon? Is a meathead over there looking like Archie Bunker? Who are we talking about? LaRon? Not Archie, child. JT said the alcohol didn't make her act like that. So that's what the people are saying. They saying she was full of that liquor. Full of that liquor when she stepped off in the pod. Girl, you did that because you wanted to do it, and that's the truth. Okay? And you ain't fooling us. Patricia said, Dom said in an interview that he was making the drinks and Alexis was drinking Hennessy, but they had food, but it didn't taste good. Oh, okay. They should have had something catered. How much money they got down there at OWN? Now, we can tell the budget is not budgeting the way that these reunion sets look, but at least have some food if these people are going to be on. Baby, y'all could order some pizza down at the Little Caesars. Like, y'all can get them $5 pizzas. I know y'all got a budget of at least $200 for some food. There is no, and that grease on your stomach, that will hold that liquor. This is crazy. This is a fool. I have to have food. I cannot drink like that. Cranberry juice for me, and I would have had some outside food. Me too. Honey, don't mind me. Just coming in with my Popeyes. Baby, don't mind me. And make sure you put my sparkle in there and my honey. Because y'all will not catch me slipping. Y'all, I wish I would. Seriously, do you think something is off about Tommy these last few seasons? Like maybe he doesn't want to be there and is just disconnected from the show. Well, Melanie the broker, this is what I think. Now, last season, he was going through some health issues, and I can understand how his mind was someplace else other than dealing with this foolishness. So I think that he was focused on getting his health in order, which he should be. And of course, he probably was contractually obligated and he just decided to see it through. Now, I'm happy that everything is great with nephew Tommy now, but this season right here, I just feel like he just thinks it's no sense in even saying it because y'all ain't gonna do right no way. I give you instructions, you ain't gonna do it. He's there collecting a check. That's how I see it. I don't know. Now, that's how I see it. Cicely, the set was giving school play. Girl, wasn't it? It was giving the auditorium. That's where we used to have our like, you know, every little meeting we would have, all of our assemblies, it would be in the auditorium. It's giving auditorium and the stage has a blue curtain. Dr. April Butler. Hey girl, hey, Miss Shay. Hey, April girl. Look, nobody has visited my channel all season. I am so honored that Miss April is over here. Okay, get into it. C. Golden said, it's impossible to really root for Alexis. One minute you feel for her at the PJ party, and the next minute she's still talking like Koshia invited the energy she got from Alonzo. Did she say that? She said that Koshia invited that energy. Oh, okay. So that's like saying she was wearing that, so she asked for it. I ain't hear her say that. What she say that at? Girl, say what now? KC Johnson said, and honestly, had they followed instructions, they wouldn't have had half the drama. They brought it on themselves. And see, that's probably the plan. Because had they followed instructions, what will we really be watching? Like, I'm just saying. Lamar sitting up there asking people about sex every sex, honey, every 5 minutes. What will we watch? It ain't making no sense. Kiki James said, to piggyback off Melanie, I think the show is meant to devolve into something ratchet. That is how most Black shows start. That's my conspiracy theory. Don't mind me. And you know what? It's really sad because when I tell you I used to rush to the TV on Friday, Ready to Love is the reason why I wanted to start reviewing shows. I had to talk to somebody. The thing is, I've been watching since season 1. But when the Houston Retreat season came out, I will never forget watching Denise and Calfani on that screen. And I said, I got to talk to somebody. I do not know who is going to listen to me. We are in the middle of a quarantine, but baby, I have got to talk to somebody. My very first review was Ready to Love, and it was the episode where Simone had gotten eliminated. That was my very first review. And it was just something about Ready to Love. I think that's the last season where things really felt organic. Okay, shout out to Nene. I think that's the last season where it really felt like they wanted to be in a relationship. Now it just seems like, okay, I'm trying to do this. Let's maneuver and manipulate. And it's not just Ready to Love because I just did a review on Married at First Sight and the whole thing was a lie. Okay, the whole thing. They had made up everything down to them even being in a relationships. Where's Candy when I need the lies? The lies. Like it don't make no sense. All of it was a lie. So I think that people are now figuring out the formula and they're producing their own shows. What y'all need producers for if you're gonna produce your own stuff? That don't make no sense, honey. That don't add up. Child, what? Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Sheila, if the budget is anything like the OWN budget, it can't be much. Oh, what? What this is? Wait a minute. It can't be much. Oh, wait, this is OWN. Okay. Home of Hotel Holt. Baby, that's all we need to hear right there. Any channel that hotel is on is not a channel that's worth a damn. Crystal said, everyone is trying to pivot into an entertainment career. Absolutely. Or they're trying to catapult it into some type of influencer thing. But this is the thing. The thing that I've noticed about Ready to Love is that the longevity outside of Joy and Clifton, they parlayed it into something else. But it seems like as soon as the season goes off, there's nothing. Has anybody heard from Janelle? Is anybody looking for Janelle? What about Jessica? Huh? What about Chris? Nobody is looking for anybody because it's like as soon as this show goes off, it's like we never thought of it. And then it comes on again. And then we're in with a new cast of characters. But then you have a show like Love is Blind where Deepti and Natalie, if you watch the Chicago season, are now making millions of dollars after being on Love is Blind. There is something that's different. Okay. And I think it would be because it's a Black network. Like, we need some funds. Who do we need to talk to? Because I feel like, you know what? If you're going to put yourself through this, at least get something out of it. We don't get nothing, just foolishness. Michelle, you are so right. Ready to Love has not been good since the season on the resort. Yes, that's when I loved it. Oh, no, they broke up, Pamela. Swayze and Katie and broke up. Just recently, child. They might be one of them ones. You know how they be breaking up and making up and breaking up and making up. So they might be back together. Me too, little baby. I did. Went right on down to the HEB and bought some myself, and I don't even drink coffee. But I wanted to support her, and her shelves be sold out. And I still follow her. That's about the only one. Everybody else, child, I was like, and what's going on? Mm-mm. Daniela said, not one of the cast members gets any success after Ready to Love. They don't market themselves well at all. And I don't want toxic people getting any fame or success anyway. Also, Daniela, you have to think, it seems like Ready to Love is more vocal. They do the beefs and it's just it's giving Love and Hip Hop a little bit. They do the beefs, they go and do the interviews, they're in the chats, they're in the comment sections, they're, defending themselves in the stories, they're underneath OWN's comment section. So it's very different. So I think that plays a big part in it as well. Internationally known, Chad should have given her an umbrella instead of a petrified flower. He should. What he gonna give up? Why would he give her an umbrella? He shouldn't have gave her nothing. He should have just got up and took his L like a man. Goodbye and good night, Chaz. Keita said they need a better concept because everybody faking it. They do, girl. They really do. And it's just nothing that we can do. Every season we gonna complain, but every season we gonna watch. Well, at least I am, child. And I'm gonna come in and tell y'all all about the foolishness. Y'all, my head is pounding. Do you hear me? We're gonna be on here for another few minutes, and I'm gonna get off at 10:30. Casey Johnson said, most don't have talent or real businesses. Those that do are far and few in between. Plus, they're older. That's true. That's true. That's true. But I mean, there has to be some reason. Now, I do feel that some people were there ready for love. The only two people I think came there for real love would be William and April. William, April, and Vanessa. Outside of those three, and of course, Mika and Justin found each, and Rashina. I think Rashina was there for a real connection as well. Mika and Justin found each other. That's very good. So they're not in this equation. But the other people who were there for actual connections will be those people. Everything else I don't buy. I really don't. Pamela said, what? What about Reva and Mario? Oh, Reva and Mario still going strong, girl. They still going strong. Misha, you see Phil up in your comments? No shade. Who is Phil? Phil who? The only Phil I know is Phil Good. Who is Phil? Oh, look, they got Phil right there. Hey, Phil. What about Camille and... Oh, yeah, they're engaged now. Okay. Yeah, Camille and Cornelius. Shout out to them. Congratulations to y'all, honey. Wait a minute. What's going on? Casey Johnson said, not Sabrina Soul, the other Sabrina from the DMV season. Oh yeah, she's with. See, that's how fast things leave my memory. She's now with the one that was singing. What he was singing with? What's the girl name? Y'all help me out. I can't remember. Sabrina is now with him, and I think they're engaged. Are they engaged? Are they just living together? Child, I can't remember. Y'all tell me because I done forgot. Okay. Let me go up and get some more comments. Walter and Sabrina, they are now a couple. Not Sabrina, the one that left him on the bridge, but the other Sabrina, as she stated from the DMV season. Yeah. Patricia said Mario and Reva, Brandy and Mike are expecting a baby. Walter and Sabrina 2.0 are engaged. I mean, I guess it's working out for the 50 couples. I guess three of them making it. It's cool. I don't know, y'all. It just don't give me the feels. This show used to give me the feels. The first season, the way that they navigated this show, I felt like I wanted to find love. Even the retreat season, I was like, you know what? I'm finna bust out of this quarantine, honey. I got to find me a man. But now I'm just looking at it like, now why are you wearing that short set? Who told you to put them overalls on? Huh? It's a fool. It's just not giving what it has supposed to be gave, y'all. It's just not giving. Nicole said, yep, and Chaz's face was cracked and on the ground. Okay. He was so upset, talking about a date has been set. For what? Jody said a date. A date has been set. I said, this man, no, he's silly. Do you hear me? Phil said, thank you for being a member for 29 months. Phil, you have been rocking with me since I used to be talking about Alexis Fly Jones. Remember when we used to have our little back and forth and you was like, you better leave my Alexis alone? I'm not that Phil from DC, but I do live in DC. LMAO. Hey, Misha. Okay, she thought she was the fifth child. I ain't never seen that Phil in my comment section. Ernest said, I think they're having trouble finding serious people willing to go on the show. Maybe if they felt like the people were being treated properly and it's a show that's not going to create a narrative of them that makes them afraid to go back to their 9 to 5s, they might audition for it. And this is another thing too, because I told y'all how I used to want to be, involved in the TV and this and this and this, and how I had applied for Real World and all these shows. Well, back then, you would have to actually go to auditions, sit with people and talk to them. Now, granted, that was before the age of social media, but I think if we got back to a formula where they actually are not recruited and they come to you, like, don't call us, we'll call you. Like, if they go to them, I think that it would be better. Do y'all think they're going to have a season 2 of Make a Move? And who do y'all think is going to be on there? If they have a season 2 of Make a Move, let me tell you who I think going to be on there. Koshia, Alexis, and let me see. I'm going to take somebody from the other season. Either Jessica or Janelle. If Janelle is not involved, maybe, but then she didn't really like Ready to Love at all, so maybe no. Or we could have Aries, because Aries is sweet. And they always need somebody to neutralize the foolishness, because she gonna act like she don't even see him, child. So I could see those three. What do y'all think about that cast? What kind of cast would you choose for Make a Move if they had a season 2? Okay, Essie says, speaking of fake, Misha, did you hear Love and Marriage DC? Winter mentioned that her guy told her he auditioned for Ready to Love DC and was told that Joy was the one for him before he didn't go further for that show. What? Girl, I have not watched hide nor hair of any Love and Marriage franchise in I don't know how long. No, I did not hear that. And Winter gonna spill his tea, child. She don't play. Sheila said, what happened to J-Dub? I haven't seen. Well, I know he said that he was going to take a break from YouTube, but you're right. I haven't even seen him on my Patreon. He used to be a member and he used to be a patron. Maybe he just scrubbed YouTube, period. Girl, J-Dub is with Sabrina. Yeah, I know that they're a couple now. Yes, Moomin, thank you. Okay, so you would choose Moomin and Aries for Make a Move too? No, sir. No, sir. Joy is a plant. That's what I think too. That's exactly what I feel like. Her and Clifton knew each other before anything ever went down. Kiki. Look, we can put on our tinfoil hats together. Zodiac said, I don't want another Make a Move. Ashley stress me out too much. Listen, I know we don't want it, but you know how On does. And speaking of On, where is Put a Ring on It? Where is Family or Fiance? They usually come back around the time that Ready to Love comes back. So maybe Put a Ring on It is canceled. Now, the therapist/doctor on this latest season of Put a Ring on It, she was in every single comment under every single review. So I think I'm going to DM her and ask her, what happened to your show? Is it done? Don't tell me Dr. Ponytail got the show canceled, child. I need to see. I really do too, Casey. I love Family or Fiance. Michelle said, I like the dating experience show. I want that to come back. Me too. The love experiment. Not a lot of people watch those reviews, and I didn't even care because I just want to talk to y'all about it. Now, that show, baby, that show had me in my feelings. Do you hear me? If y'all have never seen The Love Experiment, it is on MTV, and I think you could probably find it. I'm not sure on what streaming app. Y'all have to watch it. Even if you don't watch it, watch the reviews of it. That show is good. And the way you gonna scream at the end, watch that show. It's good. Real therapists don't play about their license by coming repeatedly on these fake shows. That's true. But at the same time, I feel like you know what? And I think I've seen somebody said she was in movies and everything. So is she a real therapist, y'all? I don't know. Maybe she just play one on TV. You never know. Like what Dominique said, oh my gosh, Family and Fiance was so good. They just took a break from Ready to Love and bring back that show. They did. They need to. That show is so good, and that drama is real, especially when the families get together after they had that first dinner. And you know they always in there making some type of salad and spaghetti. Baby, after that spaghetti and that garlic bread get ate, oh baby, somebody gonna get ate up. Ooh, child, it's good. How Coco Bang Bang said that was good, and I like the women that the women got to choose. Let me see. Lenny said Justin and Paige aren't engaged anymore. Paige and Mars had a mini. Oh yeah, I watched it. I was gonna try to do a semi review, but it really was nothing to review. Paige was sitting up there crying or whatever. It's like they were having a conversation. It didn't give because I really wanted Tam to be there too. I don't know if they're still friends or not, but it didn't give nothing, child. And I do mean nothing. Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up in 3 minutes, okay? Because I feel like my head is about to explode. Lady Nay, they did something that they thought was like a reunion, but it wasn't really. It was just Mars and Paige on a YouTube channel talking about the show. And then Justin he did a lot of like podcasts, but we never got a formal reunion. Okay. LC Charmed, is everything okay? Because I saw you put please in the chat earlier, and now you're saying goodnight. Are you okay? Tracy is not a doctor. She's not. I'm trying. They could have fooled me. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all, please like the live, y'all. I pressed through my headache for y'all. I said, you know what? I'm going to press through because Lord knows I want to just slap a big old canceled across the front of it. But I was like, look, it ain't even worth trying to pick up another day. So let's just get into it if we're going to get into it, y'all. Michelle said, I started watching The Love Experiment because of you. I loved it. It was so raw and real. And you know, it's always good that first season because they're green and they actually are not familiar with how things go. But once people figure out the formula, the next few seasons, it doesn't give. Yvette said, I think the mess with the 2 seasons before with Put a Ring on It was too much, especially that season with Shorty and Kenneth. And then things took a turn last season as well. So you might be right. But if they can keep Love and Marriage Huntsville on with all that goes on behind the scenes over there, then they can keep on Put a Ring on It. But then you would have to find someone who actually wants to sit with the couples. Maybe the doctor didn't like it. You know, maybe she didn't like it. I wish I could have given y'all a little bit more zhuzh tonight, but like I said, I have a headache, and also I need to create a live for y'all sometime this week so I can tell y'all how my date went. Cause I mean, it went well. It went well. If you over on the Patreon, you already know it went beautifully. Okay. But I don't think I'm ready to love. So don't even worry about it. My son is not gonna sing the theme song for me because I need to go ahead and go down to the eliminate. Okay. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And that's just that on that. Thank y'all for joining me for this live. We're gonna come back together pretty soon. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna do another live. But yeah, let me see. Next week is the Never Ever Mets. So, child, we're going to get into that. These people have not even seen each other, and it's been 12 years. Now, I don't know where they do that at. I don't know if he was locked up. I don't know if this is Love After Lockup meets Love is Blind. I'm not sure what's going on, but the Never Ever Mets are coming next Friday. Ready to Love is gone. We have part 3 of the Potomac reunion. And I have some thoughts on Potomac. So I want to do a live for that, but I have to figure out when. And we also have Summer House Martha's Vineyard. If you haven't watched that review, please go over and check those out. That's a refreshing show if you want something different outside of these love shows. Married at First Sight, we'll have part 2 of the reunion on Wednesday. They will continue to talk in circles. And yeah, now I need to go take some ibuprofen. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Child, this is a fool. Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Thank you, Black girls, getting their shift together. Please watch. Y'all like the video. Come on now. 774 of y'all are watching and only 143 likes. Y'all be doing me so dirty, y'all. And I don't even be asking y'all for no likes. That's how y'all treat me. Y'all definitely ain't gonna hit the theme song out of me. I thought we was ready to love. But anywho, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Night, night, y'all. Like the live on your way out. Let me play y'all some music before y'all head on out to inspire you to like this live.